in the deepest forests of Eastern Europe, where the trees stretch like twisted fingers toward the grey sky, and the moss-covered ground seems to whisper your name. There exists a place few dare to enter. It is not marked on any map, and even the animals tread carefully near its borders. Somewhere within this tangled wilderness, hidden between the thorns of time and the roots of forgotten stories, lives a woman known only by a name that carries both dread and fascination: Baba Yaga. She is not like other witches you may have heard of. She does not cackle over bubbling cauldrons or ride a broomstick under the moonlight, not with strength, but with cleverness, not with beauty, but with honesty. It is a death sentence, they think, but Vasilisa, with her kind heart and her mother's protective blessing, survives. Baba Yaga tries to trick her, giving her impossible tasks, but Vasilisa is clever, and she listens to the talking skull her mother left her. She finishes the tasks, earns Baba Yaga's respect, and is sent home with a fire one that burns her cruel family to ash. Baba Yaga, with her connection to death, rebirth, and transformation, may have been a chthonic deity, a goddess of the dead, of fate, of the earth's hidden power. Her mortar and pestle, which she flies in, were once sacred tools for grinding herbs and performing rites. Her chicken-legged hut may symbolize the bones of the dead, or the ability to cross between worlds. Time bends inside. A minute may stretch into hours. A night may feel like days. It is a place of trial, of transformation. They carry a skull that glows in the night, a magic comb, a gift of silver or fire. In films, books, games, her image persists. She appears in Hellboy the Witcher. She is the test every hero must pass. She is the price of knowledge, the fire that purifies. In a world that often fears what cannot be controlled, she stands as a reminder. Some powers are not meant to be tamed. Some truths can only be earned through struggle. John Wick, where her name becomes a metaphor for an unstoppable force. She is referenced in Studio Ghibli's Spirited Away. In the moving, magical house of Yubaba, artists paint her, writers reinvent her. She refuses to vanish, because she is needed. They are wiser, braver, more whole, but they are never the same. Because encountering Baba Yaga means facing your fears, your weaknesses, your truth. She strips away the false self, and if you resist, she devours you. Like the underworld in many myths, it is not meant for the living, but the living may enter, if they dare. Baba Yaga did not punish Vasilisa. She rewarded her. The girl earned her fire. For Baba Yaga is not merely a monster. She is a force. She tests those who come to her door. You may see the glow of skulls in the trees. You may hear the scraping sound of stone across earth. And then you'll know the hut is near. The witch is watching. She is not evil, but she is not good either. She is beyond morality, beyond human rules. She represents the chaotic power of nature, the line between life and death, the transition between childhood and adulthood, ignorance and knowledge. In many ways, she is a guardian, a gatekeeper. If you survive her tests, you are transformed. Some say she eats the foolish, roasts them in her oven, and uses their bones to reinforce her fence. Others say she aids the brave, offering magical items, wisdom, or even safe passage through her deadly woods. Baba Yaga is far older than fairy tales, older even than the forest itself. Some say Baba Yaga was no longer honored. She was feared. She became a villain in bedtime stories, a warning to keep children close to home. Sometimes she is blind or has iron teeth. Sometimes she rides with death beside her. Always she lives in the forest, and always she must be approached with respect. But she never disappeared, because, deep down, people knew you cannot kill what lives in the roots of the world. She is a creature of paradox, monstrous and wise, cruel and kind, grotesque and beautiful in her own terrifying way. You do not summon her. You stumble into her world by accident or, perhaps, by fate. But once you do, you must answer her riddles, survive her tests, or be devoured. Her home is a hut that stands on two giant chicken legs, constantly turning and shifting, never resting in one place for long. The fence around her property is made of human bones. Each post is crowned with a glowing skull. The wind doesn't blow here. It wades, silent, as if holding its breath. And above it all, a crow croaks once a warning. Perhaps you'll knock. The hut spins. The door turns to face you. If you say the right words, turn your back to the forest, your front to me, the door creaks open, And there she is, Baba Yaga, the ancient crone. Her nose is so long it scrapes the ceiling. Her hair is tangled with twigs. Her skin is the color of old bark. Her eyes yellow and sharp like a predator's. She smells of smoke, decay, and something older than time. Her voice is rough, scraping like dry leaves across stone. She may be stirring a pot filled with things you can't identify as bones, whispers, or she may be sitting silently, watching, waiting, measuring your soul with a single glance. She does not welcome visitors lightly. If you enter her hut, you must prove yourself. In the tale of Vasilisa the Beautiful, the girl is sent by her cruel stepmother into the forest to seek fire from Baba Yaga. This is how Baba Yaga works. But who is she, really? Where did she come from? Scholars believe Baba Yaga was once a goddess. Long before Christianity arrived in Slavic lands, the people worshipped many spirits of the forest, the rivers, and the underworld. But over centuries, her divine form was twisted. As Christianity spread, old goddesses became demons, and wise women became witches. She appears in countless variations. Sometimes there are 3 Baba Yagas, like 3 fates, 3 sisters, 3 aspects of the same force. Her house itself is alive. It may rise and walk away if you do not speak the correct phrase. Those who survive Baba Yaga's forest often return changed. Even today, Baba Yaga continues to haunt the edges of culture. Why? Because Baba Yaga is the wild feminine, the ancient voice of the earth. So if you find yourself in a dark forest, and the wind seems to stop, and the crows fall silent, listen. Look carefully. Do not lie. Do not run. Say the words. Turn your back to the forest, your front to me, and step forward. Because Baba Yaga is not the end of the story. She is the beginning.